Okay, so what tomfuckery did you bring with you this time?
I don't know. It's a mystery, actually. This was. It might have been pulled out of like an old shed or a chicken coop in the desert, and yeah, drug up here.
I've got the chicken coopish guy used to work at the International Brotherhood of Metal Sheet Workers kind of thing going on. Yeah, your eyes are not deceiving you. This particular beautiful enclosure is made out of galvanized fuckery, and
I've had my tetanus shot. Have you?
no, I have not.
Oh no. You didn't get a tetanus shot after you
No,
almost cut your finger off?
No. Well,
Oh.
that was a while ago. So what did...
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, so... It can't be this, all that in a bag of peanut sticks, because this is supposedly a 3,000 to 4,000 kilowatt amplifier. This is the RF deck, and it doesn't weigh anything. The heavy bits in the Ozark Trail wagon that's sitting next to us here on the floor.
Well, I'm sure we'll get to that eventually.
But it is wired RV, of course, RV 220.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
my-
like an 18 gauge extension cord down there.
I know. It's priceless. Anyhow, gentlemen, we're joined here with Big Rig Radio out of Phoenix, Arizona here today. And so the $6 million question is, how do we get in this thing? I'm assuming we go in through here. No?
You can see where there were screws. I was maybe the lid is sort of popped in. No idea. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Could it be that easy?
Farm dust. What in the fuck? How much are we into this for?
No, nothing. Yeah. Well,
I see- I see one
include the
anode.
hernia.
Oh, now listen.
Oh, look, one anode.
That hernia is a pre-existing condition for you. Okay? We both know where and when and how you got that hernia.
True.
Wow. Dirty. Oh, that's straight out of a Palomar. Or a Golden Eagle. Look at that.
Oh. What is it?
4-400 it looks like.
Really?
Well, let's let everybody in YouTube land see what we're seeing. Oh, most impressive, they say. Wow. What is that? I like that anode cooler. Oh yeah, 4-400. Old school 4-400. That's a big box for one tube.
Yeah.
So this is 1.21 gigawatts. Wow, I'm just trying to understand. Oh, hey. I bet you that's our high voltage lead. Maybe that is.
I think it's that one.
So this would be our control lead or something. Oh, yeah. Yeah, totally. That's our high voltage lead. So this is our input network for sure. What's the point of the standoff? Don't know. We don't know. These are questions we don't know. So,
I'm just really impressed with the meter.
hey, at least says milliamp on it. What's that go to?
Space. The final frontier.
Tier.
Yeah, horseshoe parasitic.
I want a bath. OG port horseshoe parasitic. Check that out. I can almost get my pinky through that. Wow. Say about them Spragues, I guarantee you they're not spongy.
Yeah, I saw that. Nice anode cap.
There's some killer old school parts in here, man. But I want to see what's inside it. Why the fuck that power supply weighs so much? Holy cow. I got a hernia watching you lift it into the cart. $470 puff Sprague. Literally get away with just 2 of these. Well, you could probably get away with just 1. They're solid as a rock.
Yay.
Yay. Dude. Microwave transformer rewrapped. Look at that.
Oh.
Primary and the secondary have been rewrapped. That's cool. They literally used like house Romex and rewrapped their secondary on that.
Wow. Wow.
Let's look at the power supply.
Yeah, let's. What are we going to do with this BBI?
I have an idea, but we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
So this is what we call a team lift. Now the question is, how many pounds is this power cord rated for?
I don't know. Let's see. Oh, I can pick it up. I can pick it up with the power cord.
I'll put the welding gloves on here. All right, ready? Go. Oh, no, it's caught on a wagon. Okay.
Will your bench hold it?
Oh yeah. Ah, and my fingers I'm setting it on won't. Ow. Son of a bitch. Why did we bring this all the way to Idaho again?
I wanted to see.
Out
wanted to
fingers.
see what was in it. I think this is the bottom.
I think you're right. I think there might have been feet on it at one point or another.
This is most
Oh. Let me just say that no high voltage switch or no high voltage meter, no grid meter. Hey, that's some straight up good technology.
What does that say?
3K, 4, 2B4,
Could be 280.
4K. And I bet you anything that's 3,000 volts, 4,000 volts. Not kilowatt output power. Not getting it out of that tube. No way.
Oh, there's letters.
Yeah, what kind of cord is that?
It says outdoor.
Ooh, that makes it worth $1 more.
16 gauge, 16.3.
That's 4 kilowatt rated right there. Well, I told you about the 10,000 I seen running in Texas that one time, and the guy had like 60 pieces of this extension cable going from his distribution down to the
Oh, wow.
And it was run across the dirt floor, and he had that Coleman cooler that had a 10,000 tube in it. It was green, you know, the green and white Coleman coolers from when we were kids that kind of had the latch on it.
Yeah. I bet this comes apart the same way.
Now, this one's got screws in it, and it's got that Bill Turd technology on it. Flat blades. Now that is a fucking drywall screw. Or a sheet metal screw. Holy cow.
This guy was a
Hey, dude,
sheet
in the
metal
day,
bending.
you were the man you had something like this. Jeez, I want to see what's in here. Now watch, some giant ass transformer.
Or it's a
And
little
they-
tiny transformer with barbells bolted in there.
Or lead ingots or something. Grab that side of the cabinet. I'll grab another screwdriver here. And watch, and it's still like halfway voltage doubler. It's like a 1500 volt plate transformer with voltage doubler on it. Or really, really heavy oil cooled or oil capacitor or something. No joke, this thing probably weighs at least 150 pounds.
It might be more than that. It's freaking heavy.
Now we're all hoping that we find a Peter Dahl, like 5 amp plate transformer that's 220, 230, 240 on the input, and it's like 35, see 33, 35, 38, 4,000, 4,500 or something on the secondary, and it's rated at 5 amp or some bullshit. That's what we're hoping for, right? Man, it even came pre-equipped with cobwebs.
I thought that was a bonus.
That makes it worth $5 more. You know, we could turn it around, but it's so goddamn heavy. I don't.
Oh, one more. One more.
I know how you are with screwdrivers, Zane. I gotta keep track of them, or you'll lose them in the hood of your Dodge.
Yeah, but I didn't bring the Dodge. We have to christen the GMC,
Fucking hood would fold.
probably.
And I have to explain the dent to your wife. If those go anywhere other than in the trash, I'm going to be disappointed in you as a fellow friend. Dinner was good, wasn't it?
Oh, man.
Oh, dude. Oh, dude. What in the holy hell but Jesus? Dog fire. Wow. What in the holy hell?
What is that? 5,500. Oh, I just rubbed it off.
Look at the oil fields.
Yeah.
$2,000 puff at 33 kV, 5 kV max, 5.5A period. I love the bleeders. They're held together with hot glue and speaker wire.
Sure you don't want to fire this up?
I'm just looking at all the dead Black Widows in here, man. Literally, dead Black Widow. That's hot sauce, man. No, I ain't turning this on. For a minute, I was like, that'd make good video. No. No.
You don't want to burn your bench up? You don't want to die?
So-
What? Come on, you only live once, BBI.
We've got our grounds. So our ground lead. All these cans are all hooked together to ground. What are they, like 2 microfarad a piece? Because you gotta have a minimum of 16 so it doesn't hum on you. This is 31.5, 31.5. Doesn't make any sense the way these are wired. These are all 3 of these. There's an oil can here, an oil can there, and an oil can there, plus these 2, so a total of 5.
Oh, I didn't see the one in the back.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. 5 of them. Yeah.
I can't even tilt it up.
I shouldn't have got to rubbing there. I rubbed all of the patina of the Sharpie off of.
Now
the
it's not
dust.
worth anything because we rubbed the dust off. That's...
Oh man, I ruined it.
Now some of these transformers in this style are actually pretty kick-ass. I've got one over here for a 4-1000 that someday I'll put together that... Yeah, reminds me I got a hernia. It's the center tap? Yeah, this is your high voltage. Why do they have the center tap hooked up to an RCA cable? So that is an RCA plug.
Is it?
Yes, sir.
Whoa. That's safe, huh?
Hey, but the 220's on a contactor. Contactor right over here in the corner.
Oh. Hefty one.
You know, I think that we're being too cruel on this barn find. They really are. Somebody put a lot of energy and love into this. Why? They did, though. Bunch of goody-goody parts in it, but...
What's all these over here?
This is your primaries. This is your secondary.
Okay.
So... But what I don't understand is how it's wired, because it's... No, this is, this goes to cabinet ground. That's 0. This goes over here to this orange light. This runs the contactor, and this is our high and low switch. So, see 1, 2, 3, 4 wires. 4. Where's our 5th one? 5th one goes over here too. Oh, that's your primaries. So I bet you it's like 200 and 220 or something. Either that or they overclocked a 110 transformer. I don't know. There's no labels. And I'm afraid to hook it up to anything. That's a lot of filtering though. That is held down with plumber's tape and hot glue. Solid state rectifiers though. Down here they got... Alright, down here is rectifiers. You know, I'm all running my hands around in here like I trust these bleeders to do their job.
Well, you've already touched the cap, so...
I know, but that was stupid and dangerous and silly of us. That's a lot of capacitance, man. I want to cut them cans out. So, what we have here is a oil fill capacitor. It's good for 4,000 volts, and it is 0.8 of a UF. So, less than 1 UF here, made by the General Electric Company, made in USA. 4,000 volts, 8 point.
.8.
Yeah, so 0.8. Same thing, repeated the others. I think these need to get donated to Remuseum or something.
Like see precisely what happened to them.
Same thing going on here. Now these oil cans are bolted down. Well,
do we have technology to remove those?
I don't know, Zane. We could be dicking with this, or we could be working on a ranch washing sheaves on horses all day. Which would you rather do? Yeah. I'd rather be dicking with this. More opportunities to get tetanus today.
Yeah. Well, I got my tetanus shot. I'm good. Got my
right.
finger in the
Screw you and your vaccine freaking friendly environment you're working down there. I give him shit because he managed to make it all the way through COVID, never got the vaccine or put on a mask. Didn't ya?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Ain't putting that shit in my body. I'm not doing it. Oh, yeah. Whew. You could kill your customer. Why are we still having this debate? Kind of thing, you know? Yeah, but BBI, you gotta understand, it's doing this for 30 years, never had a problem. Tomorrow just might be your day, bro. Oof. You know how hard you know how hard these are to find these plates? The actual mounting plates?
Yeah. Well, there goes all your ground protection.
Hey. Might electrocute my pinky in here or something. 30. Come here. Come here, you and me. Come here. So, just for the record, 32 UF, not 3.2, 32 UF, right there. Of course, cock my job camera's not going to focus on it here. Why am I excited about that number?
Oh, that's a pretty good size
That's
cap.
a good cap. He didn't need all of that in here. He needed just this one can. All that other shit we pulled out of here, he didn't need. Didn't need any of this. It's the exact same shit.
There's two of them.
32 UF right there. I'll need about 16 to make this happen. These two things here, well, I'm sad to say, but this one's no good. You can tell it's let out it's jizz. There's been oil come forth from the ports, but this one here is that one's worth some money.
Doesn't look like it's leaked at all.
No.
Yay.
Now we have the technology to test it, which we'll do later off of camera, but just not today.
Yeah. We should probably short those two posts together, huh? We'll do it later. Oh, thank you.
Welcome. Appreciate you very much. Right now, there's some ham guy out there screaming at his computer screen. Stop! You're gonna die! You know, because the free-roaming effervescence of electrons that float through the universe are going to allow the magical charging of that capacitor in the 25 seconds we've had it out, away from its resistive load, which is... Woo! Wow. It says 1800 ohm.
1800 ohm.
1.8 K. Wow, I bet those fuckers got hot. Maybe that's what all this is about too. All that over there. So I'm assuming, making an ass of myself here, that this giant bank of black resistors over here is the bleeder circuit. then what is all this horse shit? Like, this is a safety fuse, and they've gotten themselves a wire wound doll resistor in that place. Where's the rectifiers? Oh, they're down on the floor, that's right. This has got to be part of the bleeder bank. There's no way that those 1.8Ks are all of it.
Oh, 3 of them? Ooh.
I admire the meter, though. I admire the meter. Okay. Dead arachni are sucked up into the vacuum cleaner. Woo! Giga-dee-goo. Reduced down to its purest form. And yeah, I don't give a shit about the towels, dude. I took one the other day and I was out here welding on something. And I took some filler rod and I flicked the filler rod because a little bit of it melted before I needed it. I didn't think anything about it, and I set the whole towel caught on fire. And I'm sitting there just weld away, and I'm like, what stinks? So I stopped welding, and you know, I've got the Miller Auto Dark Hood, and I'm like, oh shit, my bench is on fire. Okay, so shit, I'm gonna have to stand on my head to read that. Why would the U.S. government print something like that? Anyhow, this is a plate transformer. I know this because this is what it's labeled as, and if you know, if it didn't have a label on it, I would have never been able to figure out what we have going on. Here, I'll read it through the camera. Plate transformer, class 1A, part number 52C-219. Test voltage, 13,000 volts on the top. That is amazing. So it's 140, 117, 0 tap, 140, 117, and 0 again. So, wow, 5,760 volts at 0.321 amps, or 4,800 volts at about half an amp, 4.75.
Don't cut your leg off.
Okay, hold on. Before we go any further, I wanna hook it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kinda.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 6. So we know this is going to be a neutral, right? We 0 volt. So I take these two middle leads. I'm going to tie these two together eventually. And we're going to do it all Hillbilly Express. That's our top tap. So that'll make it 220. No, actually what we could do is we ignore these two and we tie these two together. See how that works? Okay, so 0 tap, 117 volt, then 141 volt. So 0 tap, 0 tap. There's our 0 voltage here. 0 voltage, 0 voltage, 0 voltage. Okay. So then this next tap is 117 volt tap. So your 117 volts here, well, that's going to give us our two secondaries. That makes sense?
Okay.
So it's only going to give us our secondaries at half that rated voltage. Half the voltage if we run it up on 110. If we just use this side, so we'll say 0 and 117 volts. This particular winding will charge this to half the volts and half the amps. Or if we take this tap here, the 117, and this tap here, which is 0, and tie them together like this, we'll get the full amount of voltage out. But, well, we're going to get half the amount of voltage and half the amount of amps. That makes it possible for 220. So now you got 110 and 110. That makes sense? We're tying these two legs of the transformer together. Make sense?
Right.
So if we wanted to drop that voltage down, instead of tying these two taps together, we'd tie these two taps together. So the 141 and the 141 versus 117 and 117.
That's why you had two different switches on there.
Yeah.
Or two different positions for the switch.
Yeah. So what he was switching was these taps. Specifically this one to this one, or those two, and dropping these legs.
All right.
Yeah. So
Chicago. Just
Maine, USA.
America.
America. Let's do stupid shit now. Okay, so let's talk clearly now in good English. You and me.
All right.
Talking you and me now, not all the rest of the 1,000 plus kajabillion YouTubers. This thing is 100% 110able. So you can parallel this. You can do 0 signal and 0 signal, and then or 0 and 0, and then parallel your 110 volt leads and make this thing run on 110 volts and still get that out. So it's totally doable. It's clearly stating that. So right now, the way we've got it set up is, well, we got a little variac going on here, which does not allow us to have any isolation from the grid whatsoever. But we've got our ground return, and this is our 110 volt hot. We've got our 1000 to 1 reduction probe over here, just kind of chilling and illin'. Let's do stupid shit. Ready? You happy?
You want me to hold your beer?
Shut up, hold my beer. So that's roughly 110 volts on the input. So if we ran the 220, that'd be a lot more than that.
5.5 volts AC.
That's 5,530 volts.
Right.
Right.
Oh.
I dare you to lick your fingers and touch the end of that terminal.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So then if we come and we go here, that's our center tap.
Uh-huh. You know, the guy that always shocks himself and stuff.
Electric kaboom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's all fake, you know. It's all staged.
Yeah. I
So
don't
what
think
happens
he'd
if
be
we
fooled with
overclock this? Let's back this down a little bit. So what happens if we overclock this on the variac?
Oh my.
That's impressive, but remember, it's only at half amp. It's really high voltage, not a lot of work potential. You can't get a lot done there. We'd need like another amp or something, like another amp total, so total of 1.5 amps. And you could use this to run at 3000, not this transformer, because like I said, it's only half an amp. But that's overclocked. So now, let's change the taps. And so now we're going to go for the low tap. This is the 100 and we are seriesing the two 141 volt taps. So now we're going to get a lot lower voltage. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, so now we're down. You see the difference now?
Oh yeah.
So by taking this winding and this winding, going together on a 110, and we're putting in 110 volts, and all we did was change the tap on the primary side. That's a dramatic difference in voltage. It's 2,790, so if we took and we rectified that, let's see. 2009, what'd I say? 2000.
2790.
2790 times 1.41 or 47 or 45. It's roughly 3,900 volts post-rectified. That's more than plenty to run that little 3500Z. The problem is that we can get this with the transformer an eighth this size and a 16th this freaking weight.
Right. Also made in the USA.
By our good friends at EPD. Huh. So I wonder, I have ideas. What can we do with this?
There's a lot of copper in that thing, man.
Oh, this is a tweaker Stelite right here, man.
I guarantee.
Yeah, there's money in this inside this cabinet. Now, what are we gonna do with the rest of it?
What do you want to do?
I have an idea.